It's currently 2 o'clock, I just got home and I have a load of laundry I want to hang. But first, let me show you what my laundry looks like. I'm going to quickly just spin you around. I don't have a very big laundry. It's literally maybe a 2.5 by 2, maybe even smaller. It's just with a basin, my washing machine, don't ask what that is. And over here I've got a hanger just to put hangers on in case I need them. I like to use Omo, so you can see I have my Omo. And I like to use this Cuddly Sunshine Fresh. I really love the smell. I have some pre-treats in the back here, some extras in the cupboard down below over there. So anything extra that I don't need is in there. It is actually looking really neat and tidy. I'm sure you guys are really shocked. This is just a little bit extra fabric softener. It's just a mix of bicarb and some essential oils in there. One of them is fresh linen and the other one is guava and lychee. Such a stunning smell. This is what I use for socks that don't have partners. And after a few months, if there's still anything sitting in here that takes too long to have a partner attached to it, it goes in the bin. Here's my laundry, which has finished, that I need to go and hang. Empty basket 1. Empty basket 2. And in the kids' bathroom, believe it or not, it's also empty. This is amazing. I love this. I got this thing at Aldi. Little pegs that hang. And I can't tell you how nice this is because in the mornings I do a load and I just peg all the socks and underwear up here and I don't have to go outside. Hello, Happy. He thinks I'm going to let him outside, but that's not going to happen. What's awesome is you can actually pair your socks up. So you can see I've put the set up over here. And when it's dry, take it down, fold it into a ball, and it's ready to go. So the set is already there. You can see I've done it with that one as well. These are very heavy and take very long to dry. These are workwear socks. So I hang them individually because these can take up to 2 days to dry if you dry them inside. This is why I put them by the back door. So when the sun is actually shining, as you can see today, it's not a very great day, then these dry very well. I keep the hangers here, so if I have anything that needs to be hung, I hang it straight away and hang it here. All I have to do is grab it and take it to whichever relevant room it goes to. This was the first peg hanger I bought. This is one of 2. These get very brittle in the sun and they tend to break. Most of these pegs have been replaced. As I said, I had 2 and I've managed to make one out of it and throw the other bit away. These are great for indoors, but I wouldn't use the plastic outdoors because our Australian sun is really harsh. This is just one of these little slide-on compartments. You can see at the bottom what it looks like. And what I do is I throw all my mop heads in here once I've washed them. It's also handy, they're not packed away too far, and I can just grab one when I need one. But yes, that is my basic laundry setup at the moment. Hi, my name is Shemaine, and I'm here to help you with your everyday cleaning, decluttering, and organizing needs one video at a time. This is genuinely the most up-to-date and stress-free my laundry has ever been. And with 9 people in my home, that's saying something. And today I'm going to show you exactly how I made this routine fit my life. No fancy systems, just what works for me. But before we start, this is not going to work for everyone. Give it a try and see if it works for you. If not, keep working at it and try to find the routine that works best for you. So as promised, I'm going to help you and just give you step by step how I actually did this. And we're going to start with step 1. I want you to find a weekend where you know that you are not going to be busy and where you know it's not going to rain. You're going to start early in the morning and you're going to get your first load of washing on. Once your load is in and you can see on the timer how long it's going to take for that load, set a timer. That timer should go off when your load of washing is finished. That's going to remind you your washing is done and you're going to go and take that load out, load it straight away again and go hang that load that you've just taken out up on the line. You're going to continue and repeat this the whole time until you catch up all your washing. And trust me, it can take you the whole weekend. And if not, maybe an extra day on top of that. But if I managed to do mine over a weekend with 9 people, I think you'll cope if you have less than that. It doesn't necessarily have to be a weekend. If you're someone who works weekends and you have days off in the week, then use those days. But just find time where you are home the whole day that you can actually focus on the laundry. Try not to use a time where you know you have to go shopping or you're going to be called away at any time, and then you're going to just kind of like let it go again. What I did was each time I had to go and hang a load, I would check the previous loads to see if anything was dry. Take it down immediately if it's dry, fold it once you're inside, and pack it away. If you have the capabilities to have a little table that you can put up outside by your wash line, I can tell you now this is amazing, because you can literally fold laundry on that table while you're taking it off and put it into the basket folded. If you don't, what I usually do is I would bring it into the laundry, and you'll probably find me doing it on the washing machine. I like to fold it there, put it into a basket, and it's done. And this is also a process that you continue throughout the day. You will not have it all piling up, one big pile at the end of the day that you have to now fold. If you're doing it in increments, it is a lot easier. Not only that, the chances of you leaving it lying there and getting creased is a lot less. Okay, so now you've got your laundry all caught up. You have nothing left in your baskets, nothing hanging anywhere. Everything is totally caught up. What are your next steps? Are you going to spend another weekend doing this? No. So now we move on to maintenance. How are you going to maintain this washing now throughout so that you don't end up having to spend another long weekend doing all this laundry? So to maintain this, you are going to get a schedule where every single day you are going to be doing at least one load of laundry. If you're like me with 9 people, you may have to do 2. Also depends on your colors, darks and lights, maybe towels and clothing. I know that it's silly to do just 2 towels, so maybe just wait until you have a few towels, or get a cycle going where you know on a specific day you're going to do towels, and you go around the house and you collect all the towels and do them in one go. I need to be up really early in the mornings to get my grandkids and my eldest daughter off to preschool. My daughter is an early childhood educator and the kids go to the same place. Before I take them, I'll go put a load of laundry on. By the time I am back home, that laundry is done. What I will then do is go hang it up, and if I have another load that I really need to get done, I will put it in the machine and set the timer. The machine will then go off just before I'm due to get home, which means my laundry's done, and as soon as I get home I can go hang another load, and I can take the load from the morning off. That load will come off, I'll fold it, and it'll go off to where it needs to go. And the other one will stay up until later that evening. And that is my daily cycle. So each day I get 1 to 2 loads of laundry done. What's great about this is I don't find that I need to spend the whole weekend doing laundry. I actually have time to do other things. So it really does help to free up your weekend. And it's so much more welcoming to go into my laundry and not have just clothing everywhere. But before we carry on, remember, there are going to be times or days where you are not going to be able to achieve your washing. And I think that you need to understand that this happens. And don't beat yourself up. And don't think, oh, this is not working. It's not going to work for me. It will work for you. Just keep on going. Just put that extra laundry in again and just keep going. Remember, there are going to be days where you're not going to have a lot of laundry. So if you fall one day behind, you should be able to catch that laundry up pretty quickly. That peaceful laundry space that you saw in the beginning of this video, it's not just for show. This system is really helping me stay on top of my washing, even with my big family. So as always, I love to give you guys tips, and I have a few tips for you today, not just one. Did you know if you didn't do washing between 4 and 7 p.m., you were saving money? This is a peak hour. If you are doing your laundry before 4 p.m., you are saving because you're using off-peak time. If you check your bill, somewhere you should be shown your on-peak and off-peak times. Focus on those and try to do your laundry on your off-peak moments. If something gets spilt on your clothing, try to get it pre-treated as soon as possible and then wash it. That way, it's going to be a lot easier to remove that stain. Bedding. I like to do my bedding the same day and put it back the same day. Not always. There are times where I like to change up my bedding a little. But most of the times, I will just go and wash it early in the mornings, let it dry, and put it straight back on my bed. It smells so fresh, and the kids love it. When the kids get into their beds after it's been washed, they just want to snuggle in, and they absolutely love being in bed. Speaking of bedding, did you know that your pillows should be washed every weekend? They reckon that the allergens and the dust that collect on your pillows is crazy. And that is probably one of the reasons why we are always suffering from allergies and different types of viral infections. So if I can give you one good thing to take away from this video, wash your pillows every week. Is it okay to leave laundry in your washing machine overnight? I would probably not do it over summer. But in winter, it's perfectly fine to leave your laundry overnight and hang it in the morning. But I wouldn't leave it longer than that because it's probably going to start to get a smell. That 30-minute cycle, some cases a 20-minute cycle. But on most washing machines, you've got that cycle called a quick wash, or you've got a time saver button that you can click. It reduces the time in which it washes. I wouldn't say that this is a no-no. I think there are times where a quick wash is fine. But if you have got something that is really soiled, you need to remember your body has body oils, and those do tend to get into your clothing, as well as your deodorants, colognes. That needs a much harsher wash. So I would recommend a proper wash when you are using your day-to-day really soiled items, and maybe a quick wash if you know that it's something that really doesn't need that much of a wash. Can you use vinegar in your washing machine? A lot of people do this to clean their washing machines, and it's actually really bad for the washing machine. Vinegar is naturally acidic, so it can erode the parts in your washing machine, especially those that are rubber. And then when it comes to softener, should we use a softener? There are times where I wouldn't recommend it. Microfiber should not be washed with a softener, and I love to use it with my towels. Not only for the softening purpose, especially if you're using a dryer, the static builds up in your dryer and the softener should reduce that. And I love the smell, so unfortunately I use softener just for the smell. What is your routine and does it work for you? Or are you going to try mine? And if you do, I can't wait to hear how it went. This has really, honestly, this has changed my laundry routine. There are times where I have fallen off, but I've gotten straight back up again. This weekend we had a lot of rain, so it really messed with me. But then just hang it inside. If you're doing one load a day and you are struggling with rain, if you use one of those fold-out dryers inside your house under a fan, you will have perfectly dry clothing by the end of the day. So what are you waiting for? Go get your laundry up to date. And if you're looking for something else to watch, go check out this video next, where I show you how to clean a bathroom.